the Wednesday week. It's blue, it's white, it's effing dynamite.
There we are.
All right. Are we all on one screen? Can everybody see everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll start then. So, if you're watching this, good evening. Welcome to another live episode of the Wednesday week. I feel like this is something we could do all the time now, because essentially, this is what television is now. You know what I mean? It's just a group of people in different squares, just all talking about it and going, "Sorry, what?" I feel like that's what it is. That's TV now. But if you've just joined us, if you've got the updates, we've been waxing quite lyrical about it. You can see behind me. You can see to my left if I'm in the right part of the screen. Join us today is Spanish God Adonis, Mr. Miguel Llera. There he is.
Hey.
Good evening, everybody.
There he is. Now, apologies in advance, Miguel, because I spent 4 months in Mallorca and decided I could speak Spanish by the end of it. So, as Ash always, always picks on me for having, I think he calls it Del Boy Spanish.
It's awful.
I learned 3 phrases. It was dos cerveza, por favor, classic. No me jodas, which is, don't give me shit. And and then I also learned, hola, ¿cómo está? Me llamo Íñigo Montoya. Tú mataste a mi padre y ahora prepárate para morir.
Oh.
Which means
Princess
my name
Bride.
is Íñigo Montoya. You killed my father, now prepare to die.
Very good, Dan. Impressed.
Thanks, man. I've been practicing all day.
If anything, I hope after lockdown that they just keep you inside.
The things I'll do to this mannequin.
Not with Miguel's shirt on here.
Wow.
All right, then. So I tell you what, let's go around the circle. Who've we got first? Simon, I'll let you take the floor on this one to start with.
What do you want me to say, mate? Other than hello, Miguel. Good to see you. Not seen you in ages.
Me too.
Ethan's gone upstairs hiding. He doesn't want to embarrass himself. Apparently.
I'm sat here with his shirt sat behind me. What's embarrassing to
Hi,
you?
Miguel. How are you? Been ages since we caught up.
Me and Miguel like that, yeah. Are you missing doing the academy then, Miguel?
Yeah, I really miss it. But we need to be responsible of the circumstances, and we need to adapt to this new momentum that everybody is having. And just stay at home, be sure that everybody that we love stay safe, and be responsible than everything that we have been doing. Don't make any stupidity and stay at home. Huh?
So you're missing shouting at the boys and telling them that they need to improve in their football and basically making my son cry.
Is that just like Barry Bannon then, isn't it? Stood there shouting at people.
No, obviously the problem nowadays is the academy levels. The kids is not accepting the criticism, and then at times football is tough. The English Federation is making the kids there thinking that to be footballer is easy. If you want to be footballer, you have to cry a lot and suffering a lot. Today, I think that I saw maybe everybody knows Zach Brown, the kids that made the report about the BBC, the BBC report. Yeah, and today he got the scholarship for Sheffield United. This kid.
Oh, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Poor lad.
Yeah, well, obviously,
In itself.
Obviously, it's not about if it's Sheffield United, every county or any. It's got what he has been fighting for. This kid left from his house with 10 years old, was in Atletico Madrid, have been there, every county, Aston Villa, have been to be footballer, dedicated full 100% and full time dedicated to God what he got today. When the kids say, no, I'm not enjoying football, say football, if you want to be footballer, it's not an easy journey. You understand what he said? And you have to cry a lot, suffer a lot. And when he say, you not enjoy, make kids and cry, it's a way to make them tough. You know what I mean? It's not, at times he hate me, at times he love me, but then, But today, for example, I had to take a decision about a scholarship in Warsaw, my club, currently club. And one of the players say, "Thank you very much, Miguel, for making me better player and make me better person." You understand what he said? It's not an easy journey. We have the kids have the stereotype nowadays to say, "I want to be footballer. Everything is gonna be really easy and really easy journey." It's not. You know, we are taking the stereotype to the kids to give the adventure of being footballer for early ages and everything gonna be easy, but it's not. After that, we are creating players and they are not capable to dealing with failure. You know, and then at times you have to keep the balance between enjoy, at times to be disappointing, cry at times to make them tough. It's the only way to be a footballer. It's not easy. It's not too many cases that with 15 years old they are coming Manchester United giving 6 years contract and 10 million per year. That's happened once, or twice in years. No, the rest of the players have to fight for any penny that they get in the future, and for that they have to prepare kids to do that.
Yeah. Well, you look forward to making you cry again when we can eventually start playing, because he does need to get out playing, I'll tell you.
Miguel, sorry. Oh, sorry. Can I just say, is that one of the hardest of your jobs when you've got to make that decision for youngsters? Because obviously it must be heartbreaking, because all boys and girls love the game, want to be good at the game, but if you've got that decision to make, it must be really hard, especially when you know them if they've been with you for a while.
Yeah, but sorry, but I disagree with you. You know why? Because I'm not one of my worst part of my job. It's not that one, because I'm not feeling sorry for the player that don't get contract. To be fair, because during 2 years, 18 months, I have been telling every single day what they have to do for get contract. One of my stuff, or my routine, or how the kind of person that I am telling every day what they have to do to be footballer. Every single day, I have to and I'm not black, or I let them know from the first day what they have to do to be footballer. You have to do this. You have to improve with this. You have to, your routine is this. I'm expecting from you this. Mm-hmm. And after 18 months, yeah, it's not too many players that is 50-50. Or it's yes or it's not.
All right. So
you understand what I say? And the player that they are not getting contracts because the player they are not listening, they have been lazy, they don't want to do it. And with that kind of player, I can't feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
very,
I feel
very true.
funny.
Very true.
I feel like I've been
I'm
told.
not feeling sorry.
I feel like there's a cultural
That's exactly
difference
right.
here. So, like, you know, we constantly bemoan that, you know, it's a medal for everybody and you get congratulated for taking the part. But obviously to make it in the top 3% is very cut and dry. You're either good enough or you're not. And Miguel, do you believe that in terms of this country, do we have that issue in this country where we kind of, the word we use is mollycoddle, but I wish I had a more international word to use. Do we make it too easy for kids to expect this, or?
Yes, it is like you say. That's why I say maybe the people that is listening that say, how come I cry at 10 or 12 years old? I'm not making them cry. I'm telling what they have to do to be better. I say the fact. Nowadays we're creating players and they are not sitting criticism.
Well, I want to cry. I feel like I've let the side down.
It's not. It's the problem is they get frustrated. We are creating the player, then we have to psychological problems. Nowadays the problem that we have is because we are saying the truth. If someone is lazy, he's lazy. If you are telling lazy, you are telling them you are bullying him because you are telling them he's lazy.
But do you not find that you will tell them what you think is the truth, and they will go home and they'll have mum, dad, parents, other people that will be telling them, no, ignore what that says. I know your game. I know that you're better, and they're building them up and sort of putting them on a pedestal at home.
obviously my job is not ruin the confidence of the people. It's not like that. As soon as I'm telling you, I proud them, I say you are doing right, and I have to be balanced. I'm not that kind of person that is saying and ruin the confidence. Even when I am coaching individually, the people is coming to me because they want me to improve the confidence of the player. I don't want the people think, no, Miguel is ruining the player, making them cry. No, I measure the balance. I try to say the truth, and I try to proud him when he's doing right. I try to be fair. I think that when I took the role of PDP on Chesterfield with 18, so I took the role in the academy managers when in July last year, I told the players, I try to be, I'm fair. Because one thing that I stopped to play of football is because I found in the last 3 or 4 years of my career, coaches that wasn't fair with me at all. And then my last year, not too many people knows that, but I stopped to play in Scunthorpe because Mark Robin, the currently Coventry manager, they didn't let me play 30 games. I played 29 games until January. It was 1 point drop for playoff in Scunthorpe in League One. Was my after to leave for Sheffield Wednesday. I went to Scunthorpe. I was playing every game, playing 29 games until January. The last day of the transfer window, Mark Robbins called me before play last Saturday, like I started, say, Miguel, leaving because I don't want to let you play 30 games. You know? And then they say, what?
Is that something to do with the contract? Like, obviously, it's Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, because if I play 30 games, they should be giving me extra year.
Mm.
And then he said, Miguel, it's better you leaving because I don't want to let you play 30 games. You have been playing, you are doing really well for us, but for your age, I don't want to let you play anymore. And then I fed out football for that kind of decision, people like them. And then I respect his decision. I didn't go to the social media to claim. And I was 4 months without play for his decision with 36 years old. And I didn't want to go to the social media. It was the easier way to me in that way. To say, Mark Robin, don't let me play 1 game more for renew my contract.
But you're doing it now to thousands of people on Facebook, but it's fine.
Well, now it's another moment. No, it's a moment of my career. Then that's why when I said I told to myself, I have to be honest with the people around me, with the people is coaching is the best way. That's why I have my qualification in place. I'm being studied all my life, and I fed out people taking that decision over me. And then I thought it's the moment to make decision on my own. I don't want people to take more decision over me, that kind of decision. Mm-hmm. And I learn from everybody. I learn from the good things, the bad things. I learn. You pick pieces from everybody. And that's why one of the main reasons I'm never going to lie to my player and be fair with them, say the truth to them. It's the best way, anyway. Because in football, when you lose the confidence of the player or the people around you, you realize that you are lying. You lose everything, like a person, like a coach, like a manager. And then that's why it's one of the things. Well, that's why when an answer is, you feel sorry for a player for don't get contract. I know. Because I told him what they have to do for get contract. I don't want to do it. I can't do nothing more. I am sleeping properly in the night in my job. Amen.
So Miguel, I've got to ask them, when you were a young boy, obviously we know that you came over here eventually, but when you were a young boy, did you stand out a lot on the playground playing football? Like, were you the one that was always going to make it? Or, is that what makes you work even harder with kids now, because you know mistakes that you made or that friends made? Like, how was football for you as a youngster?
Well, I used to practice a lot. The culture is different, the weather is different, and that's the problem. We are now, when we are talking about my own football academy in Sheffield, and this country don't have enough facility. That's the main problem. The facility that we have is so expensive. That's why, and the facility, there's not too many facilities, it's too expensive, and obviously the weather don't help, and that does make a couple of reasons that, like, the player don't don't play the football the amount of hours a month and a week than they should be. I grew up arriving to the school for 3 or 4 o'clock and 4:30 to be beside to my house playing football when I was a child, practicing play in a small pitch 10 by 10, and then I grow up playing football. This is the difference between Spain and here, facility and how the kids practice.
So who spotted you? Who was the person that said, Miguel, you're really good at football, this is going to be your job?
Well, my job. I'm not thinking that was my job. Obviously, was my dad. My dad was the person that when I was 10, he brought me into a professional football academy on trial, an open trial, and it was success. And from that day, I started to play. But when I was playing football, I wasn't thinking to be professional. Yes, I was thinking to do my best every day in training, enjoy, and keep working hard and try to climbing and growing and improving every year. To be fair, when I was, lucky. When I was 16, I was released for a professional football academy. And I thought, wow, my chance to play football is over. And I started to play for my town. And I used to go in the university in the mornings and training in the night for my local club. I was 18 years old playing for my adults team, and some scout was in contact with me, and then I had the luck that I'm going on trial to Real Madrid, be the reserve. But I wasn't ready because I was training and physicality-wise, I wasn't ready training a 1 hour and a half with the adult team, like can be Warsaw or Tango, one thing like that.
You went on trial to Real Madrid. Yeah. I think I might be the only person on this call that can say they had a trial at Sheffield Wednesday. He went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Hell.
I had a trial at Sheffield Wednesday.
Did you?
Yeah, the chicken and kebab place and the beer.
Ben, did you have a trial?
I had 2.
Harry had 1.
You can't really get anywhere being a 5'7" goalkeeper. That's always been my problem.
I did my cruciate on my trial. Brilliant. Miguel, just one other thing before I let someone else ask you a question. You mentioned about going to university, and I know from just seeing you on LinkedIn and stuff like that, how many degrees do you have?
As many names.
I have 1 degree in economic.
Yeah.
I have a master's degree in sport coaching, in a small and medium company, in sport psychology. I am personal trainer level 3. It's 4 level. I have the level 3. Fitness structure level 3. I have my Advanced Youth Award. I have the Youth Award 1, 2, 3, and I have the Advanced Youth Award. And now I am doing the Elite Academy Manager Developing Program.
Miguel, when do you watch the telly?
I don't watch the telly.
Footballers are thick.
I'm not watching the telly.
Man's got more degrees than I've got A-levels.
Yeah.
Just staying on academic point, you might not have been expecting this one, Miguel, but I've been informed, I'm 19, so I'd left by then. But a few of my mates that are younger said that did you end up being a maths teacher at Winter Hill School for a spell?
Sorry, say again. I couldn't hear you.
Did you end up being a maths teacher for a spell at Winter Hill School?
Yeah, I went there because I was. Imagine me doing maths. That's crazy. Yeah, I was there. I was because I was finishing my contract at Chesterfield, and I was looking for a full-time job in football again, and I was a couple of months like a supply teaching at the system. I think that because it was a good moment because I need that 6 months like was doing education. I am growing and try to find my climbing in coaching as high as I can. I knew that if wasn't, to be fair, I didn't enjoy it at all.
Not surprised. That doesn't surprise me.
Not at all. But
did you walk in? Did any of the kids go,
The
Miguel,
must-have.
yeah.
Some of the kids, I have to send them out from the class. I was really clear from the beginning. The head teacher was happy with me because I have more kids for poor behavior in the corridor than in the class.
He just put glasses on. He just put glasses on, and then it's like Superman. No one recognised him.
No, you know, I did that because I was sacrificed for my career. I need that 6 months spending in education if I wanted to apply for academy manager role. You know, because if you want to have an academy manager role or apply for big jobs like that one, you need to spending in education. It's one of the thing that they are asking for. And then I knew that if I wanted, because my qualification was overqualified for the position like academy manager, but I didn't have spending in education much. And then I was sacrificed to take that 6 months like a teaching assistant or supply teaching to get that experience. And then I got the reward. And in July, after 6 months doing that, get the job in Warsaw.
Wow. I mean, do we call you Mr. Llera now or just Sir?
Miguel or Llera, it's fine.
Now, obviously, one of your trademarks, and I think it was from your Jason Charlton, was your head guard. Was your was your your headwear? Can you? I think Vic's got one. I think
I've misplaced mine.
It would work the same.
Yeah, it works the same. So, I mean, tell us about the injury. I mean, how bad was it for you to, who wore it first? Was it you or Petr Cech?
Well, I think that was me because I used it in 2009, the first time. Because my first season in England was Milton Keynes in 2008. And after that, I signed 2 years in Charlton. And the day of the league starting, my debut in the Valley, I had a really bad cut in the head. I had 33 stitches in the head, like a Y. And then I couldn't play because every time I came back to the pitch, it started bleeding, and the referee didn't let me play. And then the only option, they said, I knew how difficult it is to keep your place when you are professional, more when you are a player from abroad. And then I didn't want to lose my place in the team. Obviously, Charlton is a big club for when they was in League One. We had a really good team. Our challenge was promoted that year, and then I didn't want to lose my place in the team. And then I tried to find a way to play, not to be a month outside for that reason. And then the only way that I found is to play with the cup. And then the CAFA was happy, and the doctor told me, say, yeah, you can play with that. He's happy with that. And then I started to play and was curious because when I started to play, I started to score goals. I scored 4 goals in a row.
Didn't you? I'm sure you got like double figures.
Got 10.
No, it was.
Oh, there we go. Bang on, double figures.
Bang on.
That guy.
Yeah, it was curious because the first time was in Charlton. I used it I scored 4 or 5 goals in a row using it. I keep playing using it, but the manager after a while didn't like me to use it. Stupid for him. And then I take it off. After that, I think it was in Colchester. Was when I had a really bad another head injury in the front head, and I try to keep playing and I started to use it again. And that's why when I started to score 4 or 5 goals in a row using the cup, and then that's why I feel comfortable playing, and say why not to play. But
Can I ask a cheeky question?
Yeah, of course.
That I tend to be the one that does this and offends people. Were you sponsored to wear it?
Sponsored to wear it?
By the head guard company?
Puma. By Puma.
No, well, the Sharma started to sell it in the shop.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I just wondered if they'd said to you, I think Petr Cech, it was like one of the biggest contracts of his career or something, was his head guard. And I thought, surely Llera had got on top of that and got sponsored.
No, they started to sell in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with that. It's part of the kids was really, really funny. Then they started to come into to go to the game, to the stadium with the cup. Was part of my personality or my identity like a player. But I have a funny story with that because I stopped to play because some of the players didn't like me to use it.
Yeah.
And David John hated the cup. I remember that. And now I know that, but I think I scored. I think it was Peterborough. I celebrated the goal doing something like that with the finger.
Mm-hmm.
He called me before the game. He didn't like me to use it. And he called me before the game and say, "Why you don't take the cup? The cup?" Say, "I'm feeling comfortable. Don't care. I don't bother if one player using a pink boots or yellow boots. I am using the cup because I'm feeling comfortable. It's not any problem. I was taking a job. Show me, no, why you don't use that cup? It's the hat and the kids are using in the school. This is a wolf. Yeah, you know what I mean? When it's cold and it's a big, yeah. I say, why you don't use this one instead to the other before the game? He told him, say, I'm gonna score today. No, I didn't fancy the job too much, but and then I score. I went to celebrate it to him doing that
yeah,
thing.
I obviously have long dark hair, and I can tell you, honestly, hand on heart, I've been to 2 fancy dress parties as Miguel Llera with a head guard on. I just don't know where I put it, so I had to use a bra, but I have actually done it. Yeah, long hair, drawn a bit of stubble. Well, didn't have to draw it on, and yeah, was Miguel Llera at a couple of fancy dress parties. Steve, are you alive, pal?
I'm alive. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Magic. Miguel, why did he not like you wearing the cap? Why did Dave Jones not like it?
To be fair, I think that he doesn't like I looks like with the cup. And some player didn't like to use it. Say, listen, take your business. If you don't like the cup, it's my idea. I feel more comfy. I'm not asking you what kind of boots you have to wearing. If it's yellow boot, he don't like it. I'm not telling you what kind of boots, but and then some player didn't like much me to play, and it was all the time. Why you are using your looks stupid or you looks like that? And David Young was one of the ones that didn't like me to use it.
So he didn't like it because it was for cosmetic reasons. He didn't like the way you looked.
No, because I think after the year,
he can talk, can't he, Dave Jones?
No, maybe
volleyball top. He might have been more excited.
No, maybe it was because when I used to using the cap, I was performing well. David Young wasn't my best fan of me playing.
No.
Okay.
I think if you were popping goals in Miguel, I'd be happy you wearing what you want, to be honest.
You can wear a pink tutu for me, pal, if you're sticking a back stick.
I think to check, I kind of understood it because I think if you were a striker, you would be because obviously there was all the press about how dangerous it was for him to get hit on the head. I think you'd be overly conscious if there was a free kick or something like that. But you've said it was literally because you kept cracking your head open. I don't know if it's quite obvious here, but I have quite a few holes in my head. I would definitely wear a head guard.
Yeah. I think it was feeling comfy, and like I said, obviously I was scoring goals and performing well in the team winning. And when the situation is in that way, why we have to change? No?
I'm going to ask you some questions that some of the listeners have put forward. Now, I'll not lie, this is always a bloody nightmare.
Why have you got these?
Our listeners, I got DM'd and and I'll not lie.
I man the email, right? You man the Twitter because I put out a very dodgy tweet the other night and I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you had a sherry. Right, Miguel, so your second club was Alicante, I believe, according to this. How shocked were you by the British public in Benidorm because it's down the road?
Who's that from, Dan? Sorry, Miguel.
That's from Daniel in Yorkshire.
I'm telling you something. I was living in Alicante 6 years.
So did you go to Benidorm quite a lot?
Twice.
Yeah. That's all you need.
I didn't like it.
It's awful. It's
it's
genuinely awful.
I mean,
But
you
very popular with the people who watch
it's
it.
the same thing, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I'll ask you one more, and then I'll hand over to Simon after this one. But because he's the voice of reason, he's like a he's got that air of headmaster about him. Simon,
It's his age.
That beard.
Yeah, it's that beard. Miguel, who is more mental, Niall Ranger or Gary Medine?
more mental,
Yeah, who's nuts?
more crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Male Ranger. Easy, yeah.
Easy.
Niall Ranger.
Yeah, Male Ranger is mild, and Gary is a really, really lovely person.
Now
And,
Ranger's a changed man, don't forget.
Yeah, obviously, Gary had a moment of his life because when he was playing Sheffield Wednesday, he was young and he was performing well. Obviously, maybe the circle of friends that he had around him didn't help much to be.
I tell you what, I'm gonna give you an out on that one, Miguel. Thank you for going into it more, but I don't want you saying anything that gets me in trouble. You know what I mean? So, Simon, pull me out this hole quick.
Friends, so.
Miguel, I want to just, if you could talk us through a certain goal that me and Ben were talking about the other night, which will be Huddersfield away, a free kick. I remember it more from the highlights afterwards because I was so drunk. I think my mates actually held me up during that game. Free kick from outside the area. You became a bit of a specialist with a few free kicks, but that was pretty amazing. Can you go through it for us?
Yeah, I think that I used to, when I came to UK in 2008, I didn't speak too much English. Obviously, I have the ability because my left foot was good, but I wasn't in Spain. I wasn't kicking the free kick. And I started in Charlton my second year, my first year I didn't speak any English, and then I wanted to stay in the country because I love training, I love the atmosphere, I love to play every Saturday. The only way that I had is keep working individually, because when I came to England, my fitness level was the best because I couldn't do the pre-season, and then with Roberto Di Matteo was the manager, and I have a really good fitness coach, and I did a lot of individual work with him to get fit quick. And it's like I didn't speak too much English, and I wanted to stay in the country. I started to spend stupid hours in the training ground, doing a lot of individuals. I improved a lot on my heading. To be fair, I was awful heading before
For the head guard.
Yeah, I was awful heading, awful, really bad heading. But in any age you can improve. And I started to training a lot the heading, kicking free kick after training. That day was funny because I kicked a one in the first half, was really close to score.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was one finger.
I want drunk, Simon. That's different.
Yeah. First half, I had one. It was really close. And it was funny because Andy Rhodes was in the pitch and Semedo was in the pitch that day playing. And say, Andy Rhodes, so what are you doing the fucking centre back kicking the free kick? Semedo. So what are you doing the fucking centre back kicking free kick? That's stupid. Brilliant. Andy Rhodes to Semedo. I always remember that. They say, you are leaving him kicking for the free kick. And the first one was close. And I knew that if I have another one, was goal. Because I used to spend 45 minutes, 1 hour at the training ground after training, or just kicking stupid hours, in the same than doing finishing and heading. I spent stupid hours on the training ground after the session was over, improving lateral free kick, corner, doing finishing with the heading. And then that's the reward when you are working hard and pushing your effort, and you get the reward. But everybody remember Huddersfield, but even more important was the people don't remember Colchester. I scored in
I
Colchester.
do. I was there.
Was that point? Everybody not thinking in that point, but that point was key.
Yeah.
That was the equalizer. And obviously in Brentford, I scored the Brentford one.
And
It
that
was
one.
a big, massive one for us because
That was
it
the
was
biggest
a tough day for us. Really tough pitch to play, and that was the game, the day that we climbed in Sheffield United, and that was the winner, the 2-1. But these great memories, and proud to Sheffield Wednesday remember all that kind of stuff that I did for the club. No.
Speaking of,
I've got a question, Miguel. No, it's all right. No, go on, Vic. All right.
Speaking of great memories, obviously the one picture, like the lads behind him, quite a few of them have the picture of the Waddlehurst crossover painting. The one photo of you that stands out for everybody is obviously being held aloft at the game against, was it Wickham, wasn't it?
Wickham.
How does that stand in your career? Like, is that the moment? Because for me, I sat bang up, well, I still do, sit bang opposite the chairman in the other stand. And it was literally one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. Just 30,000 people spilling onto a pitch. Difference is they picked you up in the air and threw you around a bit. So how was that? Like, was it scary? Was it just emotional? Like, how does that go down in your sort of memories?
Well, I'm gonna say things that I never now and knows. Yeah, now, because we are around good people. I will try. I never had nothing easy Sheffield Wednesday. My time in Sheffield Wednesday was really, really tough. Like I say, I saw David Jones last year and gave a hug. We have a great relation, but he never gave me anything easy. I was really disappointed with him. After promoted, played the first years, then we saved. I think they did really pretty well the first year in Championship. He wanted to release me. He gave me a year contract, and 1 week after, he was forcing me to leave to Brentford alone. I never had nothing easy with him. This year, when you are talking about, because I had everything that I got was a lot of, I was a player that I had contract year by year. I had lucky that I never was injured. I had a lot of pressure on me of performing, play over 30, 35 games per year, don't get injury, performing well, score goals, get clean sheet. Too much pressure every time that I was playing football. And that day, I remember because everybody knows that I was close to Semedo, and Semedo never had also nothing easy. And we was talking during the week. We need to promote. We decided to promote. We was really hard all our career, and we didn't have too much success, too much promotion. I lost 2 or 3 playoffs in Pens. I didn't play in Wembley for promote 2 or 3 times because we lost pen. I lost the pen. And then I didn't have too much luck like a player. And we was talking during the week before the game of week, say we have to promote. We deserve. We were working really hard all our career. We really deserve to promote us, obviously the club, the fans, everybody. And then after when I saw that we're gonna get it or we're gonna promote it, and said when I saw like you say, the 35,000 fans running against us, I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna go inside. I want to enjoy with the fans. I see. That's why when the kids say no, it's an easy journey to be footballer. I know how difficult it is, and I know that the thing that I'm telling my school, I say, to be footballer, you're gonna forget one good moment, good promotion, good contract. You will cry a lot of times. This is what I did during my career. I didn't have too much success in challenge and promotion or contract. And then I say I'm gonna enjoy. But all the best for me. It's gonna be crazy, but I want to enjoy this moment. It's my moment. I want to enjoy. That's why I stop in the pitch and say whatever the people want to do with me. I accept.
How many bruises did you have the next day?
Bruises. The first thing I lost my clothes. I was underpants. The people took my boots, my socks, my shimpa, my shirt. I was in underpants.
I stayed right at the end.
On YouTube, there's a video footage of a guy who must be holding the phone next to you, Miguel. And at 1 minute you got your shirt on, and then you haven't.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's going to be naked in a minute. There's going to be a minute here where everything's going to be gone. So.
Yeah.
I managed to get a picture with Miguel, and I did this with Sean McAllister.
I love this part when Ben shows me photos.
I did it with Sean McAllister last week. I managed to dig this one out. This was when you were fully clothed before the game.
Oh, wow.
So I managed to dig that one out. I don't go out with Sean McAllister, so that's one with you.
Nice one.
So that were against Wickham.
I've got a question, if that's all right.
All right.
Obviously, for us, all those Wednesdayites, that we would love to play for Sheffield Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember, or can you describe, your first experience of the Cop of Hillsborough, what it meant to walk out onto the pitch? Because for me, it would, and for my son as well, it would mean the world. But for you, not from the UK, not from Sheffield, and what did it mean for you to actually play? Because we all think our club is the biggest in the world, and it is. But
It is. Because not too many clubs bring the away fans, the amount of away fans that Sheffield Wednesday have. This club is amazing for the fans. It's a pity that the people that is managing the club is not making. They didn't build in a Premier League club. The chairman spent a lot of money, but they didn't invest in building a club. They wanted to promote for the straight direction, spending a lot of money in player. That is a way to do it, or building a club like Brighton did, or Derby County. They are doing. They are amazing club. They are amazing academy. They are amazing facilities. And sooner or later, that club don't care who is the chairman. The club is ready to be in Premier League. I don't think Sheffield Wednesday is ready to Premier League.
I don't think I'm ready for the Premier League.
I am.
I can't afford the Premier League, I'll tell you that.
This crap, I'm all right for now.
No, obviously the academy, the facility is not ready to be in Premier League. But it's a pity because with the amount of money that he spent, they should be investing in make the club better.
Mm-hmm.
And you make the club better, like Brighton did, doing amazing facility, building an amazing Car 1 academy. This is the way to build in our club. This is what Sheffield Wednesday deserve.
And Miguel Llera is academy director.
Now, Miguel, Ash mentioned there, what was it like walking out in front of the Hillsborough faithful and the following that we have? Is there a negative side to it? I mean, we've had Raider Johnson on the show before, and he was saying that one day he was getting all this praise and all this cheer from the crowd, and but Jacques Magoma was getting shouted and screamed at. Did you ever feel both sides of that with the crowd? Because I know sometimes we can help and we can really hinder.
Well, I didn't answer your first question yet. Not the fact. Then what I was feeling when the first time that I played for Sheffield Wednesday. Not too many people know that. I came under Gary Mason, the Ginger Mourinho. Crazy guy. Amazing person. And when the first time, my first game in Hillsborough, he took me before the game, said, Miguel, come with me.
Please tell me he took you up the Cop, because that is a story that everyone knows, but no one knows is true. Is that
really?
Is that what he did?
Yeah. I went with him. He said, Miguel, can you come with me? He said, yeah, of course, Rafa. We were walking until the top of the Cop.
Please tell me before the band.
The last one, the highest point of the Cop. And he said, he didn't speak nothing until we got there, until the highest of the Cop. The bigger, say, today your debut will be your debut over here, and you will never forget it. You're gonna play in the one of the best stadiums in England. It's true.
Amazing.
No.
I love that that's true. There are
Yes,
so many rumours that he used to take new signings up to the back of the Kop. And everyone always thinks, oh, it's just a rumour because he's from Sheffield and he likes Wednesday. But I love the fact that that's true.
True. My first home game, he took me over there. He told me that. It is every time the first 3 minutes when the people start to singing the song, I used to running around the Kop. I enjoy that moment because it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? This is amazing. You don't have word for describe that moment.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What about the negative side of it then?
The negative.
Let's bring it back down again, Fudge.
No.
You're smiling too much. Let's ruin it.
No. To be fair, I didn't feel much that because I think that if one time that I show it to the Sheffield Wednesday fan is my passion for the club, and every time that play I give my best. I try my best. I make mistake like everybody. Could be a player that some people like more than other, but the Sheffield Wednesday fans, they are very passionate. That's why this club is massive for yours, and they value my effort. And then when I make a mistake, they didn't kill me too much, criticize much. Obviously,
I think that's something that football fans respond to quite a lot, isn't it? About the passion and trying. Did you ever see any players on the field that you were playing next to and go, "Oh shit! Like, I'm glad that's not me. I'm glad the crowd aren't talking to me like that."
When the fans came to that kind of play, it's because that player show lack of energy or lack of desire, and then the fans didn't like that. I think that with Gary Mason, the Sheffield Wednesday, the idea of the Sheffield Wednesday fans was very passionate, very pushing. I think that the time that Carlos did a great job, but it wasn't without to go to the stadium for a while. When I went to see Carlos play the team, I think that the fans lost that passion. Obviously, Carlos is a person that likes to play football, another kind of football. But Sheffield Wednesday, they can't lose the identity, the fans. They lost the passion. I was watching the game and say, what is the team don't transfer the passion into the crowd? I couldn't believe them say I didn't recognize the Sheffield Wednesday fans in the stadium. No, they are very passionate. They like a team that pushing, working hard, tackle. This is the Sheffield Wednesday that I knew, the kind of team that I play for. And when I saw the team play after, they lost the identity. And I think that the Sheffield Wednesday fans, they love that. That's why the club is the kind of club, and that's why the fans are the best one in UK because they have that passion. And this is the idea, and the team have to transfer it into the fans. The time that the manager can get that link between the football team and the crowd, that team will be in Premier League.
Yeah, 100%. Now, Miguel, Vic has got some quick-fire questions for you.
Oh, yes.
So it's just a quick answer. It's either yes or no or this or that. We're just going to try and get under the skin. Don't even think about it. Just keep flying them out. Just okay. Vic, are you ready? Are you going to get in there? Get in there.
Miguel. Okay, Miguel. So, assuming you're still keeping an eye on us at the moment, who is our best current player?
Forestieri.
Everyone says him or Bannon. Yeah, fine. Okay, so when you were at Wednesday, so these are all about that now. Who was the class clown? Who was the idiot?
Maguire.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
Yeah. Who was the worst dressed?
Michael Antonio.
Who was your best mate?
Semedo.
Okay, who are you still in touch with?
Liam Palmer.
Cool. And who was like the banter? Who was the practical joker?
Jamal Johnson.
Yeah, I can see that. Who was the laziest in training?
JJ.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, was very special character. Yeah.
Special character. Very
I like
diplomatic,
that.
To get him on.
Miguel, I like that. Yeah.
We can't get him on. He don't like me. Who was the best?
We'll do it without you.
Oh,
My Zoom.
yeah. We need that.
Who was the best player in the team that you played with?
The time that Ross Barkley came on, did really well.
Yeah, what a player.
Yeah, really
we
good.
all said he's going to make something of himself.
Yeah.
And then the last one, do you have a story that we wouldn't know? So just to give it some context, the other night we asked Liam Palmer this question and he told us about when Franny Jeffers shit himself on the centre circle. So is there anything probably less gross? I don't know.
I'm going to tell you something to show how tough was my life in Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know if you remember the first game of the season, Middlesbrough away.
Mm-hmm.
Championship, the second year in championship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, after my first year, I think I did okay. I scored 11 goals in the first years. I did 11 assistants. I think that around 11 assistants. Reader scored a lot of goals. And the club gave me 1 year contract. I was asking for 2, but the club decided to give me a year contract. Because I was looking for retire in Sheffield Wednesday and help to the academy player to coaching them and help to the academy player to make the transition. Because Stuart Gray used to call me the quality insurance because I was fit. I didn't give him any problem if I was playing or not. I always professionally push him to play, made the player in my position training properly, and help to the youngest to coach the youngest for make them better. He brought me Anthony Gunn. He brought me 3 or 4 central back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after the first year in championship, he gave me 1 year contract, and 1 week after he was forcing me to leave to Brentford alone. And I told him I'm not leaving. Say I was tough for me to play in championship. I played. I don't remember, nearly 40 games the season before. I don't want to go to play to League One. I think I deserve to play 1 season more to Sheffield Wednesday in Championship. And we was traveling to Middlesbrough. He forcing me to leave. I was out to the squad. Say it's fine. He made the 16th player in the squad. He let me. I was the only one outside of the squad for that game. And the team was warming up. 2 minutes before the game started, he say, "Get changed. You are going to the bench because hello, Isam."
Hi.
He said, "Miguel, get changed because Anthony Gunn is not feeling right." Yeah, I say, okay. I got changed. The game started. I was inside in the changing room getting changed to get ready, bandage my ankle and be getting ready. I went to the bench, and in the minute 7, Anthony Gunn broke his Achilles.
I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you remember that? Anthony Gunn broke his Achilles in the minute 7. I don't remember who was the central back. That was with the big guy from Birmingham.
Martin Taylor.
Taylor. He was on the bench. And obviously, if he was on the bench and I was out to the squad, he should be first option for him to play if the central back is injured. And then I was sat down on the bench, and because I didn't have my shimpa on because I came from inside to the changing room to get changed. I say, go to warming up, quick, and say, well, Matt is here. You should be fair option instead to me. But okay, I go for warming up, and then he brought me into the pitch. I was in 7 minutes from to be on the stand watching the game. with another centre back on the bench in 7 minutes to play. Yeah, and
Wow.
we was winning, and we considered equalizer in the minutes 90 or 91. And the Monday after the game, instead to proud me to say, well done, Miguel, you was there, and he was blaming me because I didn't have my shimpa on when Anthony Ganne was injured with Achilles. He said, well, you shouldn't ready with your shimpa. That's not professional. So listen, I was 5 minutes before, I was in the stand watching the game. The game was started. I was in the changing room and getting a strapping on my ankle and getting ready. And he broke his Achilles. I didn't have time to put my shimpa on. And I started in 7 minutes to be in the stand, in the top of the stand to play.
Wow.
That's was my life in Sheffield Wednesday.
In fact, to be fair, if this was a school PE lesson, you'd have been made to do it in your underpants. I'm pretty sure that's the rule.
Not allowed to do that anymore, Fud.
Are you not allowed to do that anymore?
No, not allowed.
Well, I've been on a register for about 10 years, so I don't know how I feel about
You're a teacher, but not just some weirdo.
Right, Miguel, thank you so much for joining us. I've got 2 more fans' questions, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Did Carol Baskin kill her husband? I don't know if you've seen.
He doesn't watch TV.
He hasn't got time to watch TV.
He hasn't got time to watch TV. He's got all that money.
He's fudge.
Hey?
He doesn't do TV. He's got like 10 masters.
And all right. Which has got the worst English people in it? Which town? Is it Benidorm or Blackpool?
Blackpool is terrible.
We know that.
I still remember when I signed for Blackpool. I remember Sunday 5 o'clock to arrive there in winter. Now I'm in the street. So windy. I remember when I was in the I was staying in a hotel in front of the pier. It was so windy. I had to pick up my kids from the hoodie because it was blowing up for the wind. It was so windy. It's the worst city for two.
That's it.
I swear
That's
that
it.
I was depression to be
That's it. There's no need for any explanation.
No.
It's
It's just the worst city. Yeah.
I've just got one. I think we've just had a question come in from one of the following podcasters, and basically it's hard hitting question. He wants to know, what is your favourite cheese, Miguel? That's from Monty, by the way.
No, I like Manchego, the Spanish. The Spanish.
Oh yeah,
I like Manchego.
Manchego cheese. That's the only cheese I eat now. Miguel, thank you so much for joining us. Big round of applause for Miguel. Miguel Llera, not Llera. Llera. I've been practicing that all week. Don't forget, we'll do some more of these through the week. And Miguel, do you want to do a big quick shout out of your Twitter profile? Give us your social medias.
Yeah, well, it's.
I have this problem, Miguel. I can't remember mine either. Don't worry.
I have too many. I have 2 or 3 for the business, for the academy. Yeah, but if you Google him, Miguel Llera, you can find it easy.
I did Google you just before we did this, and it turns out you were born in the year of the goat, which is obviously prevalent. The goat. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the goat.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Miguel.
Thank you, Miguel.
I'm going to put us on Facebook right now.
The Wednesday Week, the Sheffield Wednesday Fan Podcast.